Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. FBI Director Christopher Wray will testify in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee today, facing some very tough questions. Fox's Brooke Singman.
House committee report finds that the Bureau's targeting of Catholic Americans went further than we actually knew. It says the FBI interviewed a priest and a church choir director before issuing that internal memo, which called Catholics potential domestic terrorists. Now, Wray is expected to defend the FBI as he usually does when he takes the stand this morning at 10 a.m.
Israeli forces raided the general security headquarters of Hamas in northern Gaza in the Jabalia neighborhood overnight. Military claims soldiers discovered rockets and weapons before calling in air elbows with some well-heeled donors. This week it begins tonight with a James front row seats cost $7,000. America is listening to News.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Live and local. Real talk starts now.
And a good Tuesday morning to all of y'all. I'm Rayford Brown.
I'm Kelly Knapp.
And I'm Lee Barrows.
And welcome into the Tuesday morning edition of Live and Local Real Talk right here on Freedom 97.1 at 1120 a.m. Your Christmas classic station.
That's right.
Because we're playing Christmas music all day long.
Good music.
Except when we're on the air.
Good music.
Yeah, it's good stuff. And a lot of the classic stuff too, you know, from yesteryear, things that I grew up with. Mm-hmm. Not so much of the real modern, up-to-date stuff that sometimes is some flash.
I like
in
the
that
old
can.
stuff.
I do
That's
too.
what I
The
listen to.
original.
That,
The classics.
One thing I cannot handle is Mariah Carey.
Who?
I'm so sick of hearing Mariah Carey.
Oh.
Her, what's that?
All
I Want for Christmas.
Is you. Yeah.
Drives me crazy.
All I Want for Christmas is supposed to be two front teeth. That's the way that song goes, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's just her. You go in a store, they're playing it. You go grocery shopping, they're playing. I was like, stop. That's like the song Feliz Navidad. I swear it seems like everywhere
That's a song,
you go.
if you hear it, you cannot get that song out of your head.
Exactly.
Like, I'm telling you. Now, thank you for even saying that, Lee. Now I'm singing it in my head. That is a song. It's it. It's like for the rest of the day, everybody's going to be singing that song in their head. Bottom line.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I'm going to text you an angry text in about 4 or 5 hours.
I think the best thing to do is I'll just, like this, and then I'll take care of all of the.
Why is it one person can
all the
not
other songs in your head will be gone.
Mm-hmm.
Every day I wake up, thank goodness, but I ask myself one question these days.
Well, what is that?
Are we at war yet?
We are at war. We've been at war.
If you haven't looked today, it's okay. We are not officially at war.
Officially, no.
But with Houthi terrorists sponsored by Iran taking pot shots at U.S. Navy warships, as well as at merchant marine commercial ships, that could change the future any day now. The big question yesterday, what are we waiting for? Drones have been fired at naval ships, but have been taken down before they actually make contact. The White House thing is, they really didn't hit anything. They could have. They are going to. Does one actually have to make contact? How many sailors have to be killed before the U.S. takes action? Is there a certain death toll of, number of body bags? If you fill up, how many body bags before we are going to react?
Right.
That's the question. Hopefully, but not likely, the Houthis will run out of drones before any serious damage is done. At the least, we should consider interrupting their supply chain. Somehow those drones are getting to them. They're coming by. They're not coming by, just drop them in out of the air. Find that supply chain. We've got interest there. We know we've got intel there. Find out the route and destroy them before they get there.
I tell you, I agree with you on that aspect because I think it's just a matter of time before the whole Middle East erupts.
Yes. Up in Virginia yesterday, they thought the whole Middle East had erupted there.
That was crazy.
Police responding to a house for some concerns about shots being fired from the house.
Right.
In the afternoon, about 4:30. They get there, they've got a standoff going, and some dude inside. He fired between 30 and 40 rounds from a flare gun,
Yes.
a maritime type flare gun, and a few shots from a gun.
Mhm.
Didn't hit anything, didn't hit anybody. And then suddenly about 8:30 last night, if you haven't seen the video, it's there. That house erupted in one
watched it.
hellacious explosion.
Yes.
I don't
It
know what was
obliterated
inside.
the house.
I do not know what was inside that house. He must have had 400 cases of flare ammo. Who in the world? I don't have that much flare ammo on my boat. 40 rounds?
What do you need that
You
much?
don't.
Yeah.
If you don't get attention after the first 3 or 4,
Well, his neighbors had called previously, like you said, because he was firing flares
yeah.
into the park that's
Yeah.
back behind the houses. And
What's wrong with him?
And so
Well,
they
they
were
haven't found
concerned
him
about
yet.
that. We see last night they would not say anything. They just would say the only injuries were slight injuries to a police officer
Uh-huh.
who happened to be standing out there on the street when the house exploded. But they did not say anything about the occupant
Yeah.
of the house, whether they suspected he was in the house or whether he had left the house.
I don't know how he would have gotten out.
Well, I don't see that either, unless it was an explosive device that he set, and it was a timer. I don't
No, I'm
know.
talking about how he would have gotten away.
Right,
So
not unless he went out the back.
unless he got a tunnel.
Yeah, well, yeah,
I
he
think-
had a lot of mental issues.
Apparently.
honestly, yes. They said his LinkedIn account, he had posted a lot of crazy stuff on it recently.
Mhm.
His Facebook, he got banned by Facebook, so it was just a lot of rhetoric. But when that house went up, holy moly, there wasn't anything left of it.
No.
Yeah, officers had talked to him, attempted to talk to him by phone and over loudspeakers. He didn't respond. He stayed barricaded inside.
Right.
And finally, about 4 hours after the initial call, that's when they had a search warrant to go search the home. And then he opened fire with a bunch of rounds from a gun.
Look, it was a 2-story house,
Mhm.
flattened it.
Uh-huh. It spread it pretty well around the block.
Mhm.
Yes, and
There's a house right next door.
I
I
saw
know, I was gonna say,
that.
they're
yeah.
not far
Hope
apart.
those people were not
Look at
home. I know.
These are,
That video you showed is horrific.
They're almost like townhouses, so to say, but they're saying that
Mhm.
his house was a duplex, but I couldn't tell that by the pictures.
Well, Lord, that means the other duplex is tore up too.
well, yeah, it's that
Yeah, I
whole
hope nobody
structure's
was in
done.
it. No pets, no anything. That's just awful.
They finally got the fire under control about 10:30 last night. Still had some hot spots going on, so they're still on the scene. No one was transported to the hospital. And again, where is he?
in the rubble, in a lot of pieces, or I'm sure more will come to light
There's
today.
gonna be
Hopefully,
some-
they weren't saying much last night.
If they find anything, there's going to have to be a lot of DNA testing. 'Cause
Yes.
that was a horrific explosion. So I just don't know how much explosives that he had. I guess he could have turned on the propane bottles inside,
It's very true. That's a good thought. And
And
then
then-
fired a flare.
or then continue shooting.
It's true.
You shoot a gun inside a room filled with live propane.
Guess he made his final point, didn't he?
Appearance, yeah.
Yeah. Too.
And all of this happened in Arlington, Virginia.
Yes.
Arlington.
Arlington. Yes. I was, wow. Yes.
And again, he had a gun. Why? If he was that deranged, how did he have a gun?
Can't tell you that.
Yeah.
Might have been one that he's had for years and years. Then
Doesn't
over the years
matter
he
when-
got crazy.
When you're determined to be nutso,
Mhm.
you need to have devices like that removed from you. Period.
Obviously, I think he lived alone from what was being said last night.
Oh, well,
Can understand that.
I hope so. What kind of loony would be living with him?
We didn't talk about it
Willingly.
yesterday, but they found the main wreckage from that Osprey that went down
Yeah.
with 5 bodies in it.
Yeah.
Still one left missing, unaccounted for.
Yeah, it's a shame.
It's terrible, terrible, terrible.
They had already recovered one,
Yes.
and they found 5 more. So that's 6. So there were either 6, 7, or 8 on board. I don't know. There were different reports
Five,
during that whole
six.
time.
That's right. That leaves 2.
If there were 8,
If there was 8, it was started 8, went to 6, then back to 8 again.
yeah. So I don't know. Who knows? We shall see. How about up there in New Jersey, Senator Menendez? Did you see that?
No, I did not.
Oh my! He's been under investigation for quite a while, right? A bribery investigation, and so
Oh yeah, that's right. Him
Feds.
and his wife.
Yeah.
Yes.
so the feds went into his house yesterday with a search warrant, and guess what they found? Well, they went in at some point in time. I don't even know when they found.
Is that where
went in.
they found money stuffed in his coat jackets and stuff?
Well, that was that, but they also found a bunch of gold bars
oh, that was
that
it.
were
That's
stolen
right. That-
in a
Ooh.
robbery.
Oh,
These gold bars have got unique serial numbers on them. They got pictures of
Oh.
one of them. They found 2 gold bars and 9 other gold things that they're claiming stolen from another guy in a violent attack in 2013 at his home, and that somehow they ended up in Senator Menendez's possession. Now,
I see
and
that.
the speculation is, and that's what it is right now. Speculation is probably more than that, but the speculation is that that was part of the payoff as part of the bribery deal.
You know what gets me? I mean, he knew he was under investigation. They've already searched his home previously.
Not
Why
very
are you-
well, apparently.
Why are you stashing gold bars, stolen gold bars
Yeah.
in there?
And why didn't you take a blowtorch to those gold bars and burn off all the?
Been making me some
Indications.
rings or something. Out
Yeah,
of
well,
them.
you just burn off the stuff. You can
True.
get it hot enough to do that.
True.
Burn off the identification.
Wow.
Yeah, this guy in 2013, 4 guys beat and robbed a businessman at gunpoint in his home, his apartment, stealing 22 gold bars, jewelry, and cash. Each gold bar has its own serial number, the guy told investigators. They're all stamped. You'll never see 2 stamped the same way. Oh my. And here's one of them. A kilo, a gold bar,
A kilo?
2.2 pounds.
Wow. Oh no.
And he claims he's going to be just held up to be a great guy, and he's going to stay in office. He says, I've served 50 years in public service. My prediction is this was before yesterday.
Oh,
That I will be
would
there.
think so too.
I will be vindicated.
Well, you know, this past Friday they voted and expelled George Santos from
Finally.
the U.S. Congress. Finally, he's planning on suing some of the other,
Go for it,
yeah,
doofus.
for what he says is unethical violations. I'm like, okay,
Now, the guys that robbed this other New Jersey man, they were caught. All 4 of them were arrested. They all entered pleas of guilty. Now, they beat him and they stole all this money, this valuable stuff, right? And they served several months in prison.
several months.
Yeah.
It was like visiting a hotel for a month. And they were fed and they were taken care of for a couple months.
The good senator says, I firmly believe that when all facts, and not only will I be exonerated, but I still will be New Jersey's senior senator. The court of public opinion is no substitute for our revered justice system. I wonder how he's feeling about that revered justice system today. We cannot, he said, set aside the presumption of innocence for political expediency when the harm is irrevocable. Wonder how he came out across the board when Trump was without evidence. Huh.
A lot of questions.
Different story now. All right, why don't we take a break? Coming up at 7:30, about 8 minutes from now, we've got Batman and Robin. That's Tim Foster, chairman, re-elected chairman of
Yes.
the Onslow County Board of Commissioners, and vice chairman Robin Knapp, also re-elected. I didn't see what the
To
vote
those
was.
positions.
Yeah.
I think it was 5-2 on one and 6-1 on the other.
Exactly what was predicted here yesterday.
Yes, we
Y'all,
predicted
you did
that,
it. I didn't.
yes. And speaking of elections, yesterday it opened up at noontime for filing, and I monitored the local Board of Elections page last night. Didn't see anything at all. So
It's on there. I saw it.
was it?
Mhm.
Well, I went up there to about 11 o'clock last night. So
Mhm. It's
they
on
finally
there.
got it on there.
Yep.
I had to go and take a look.
There's only been one candidate for commissioner filed and 2 for school board so far.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we'll keep our eyes on that one as the days go by. Meanwhile, you're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m., WSME, your Christmas classic station, and we'll be right back.
Are you stuck scrolling endlessly looking for a good sci-fi show? Step away from the algorithm and discover a whole world of TV programmed by humans with Pluto TV. Star Trek: The Next Generation, Godzilla, Farscape, Charmed, and The Twilight Zone, all for free. It's TV the way it should be. Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
Hey, I'm Jackie, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the chicken. It is golden brown, so juicy, so delicious. It's the perfect savory start to my day.
Hey, I'm Matt, and the little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit is the freshly baked, flaky, buttery biscuit. When I take a bite, it's kind of like, crispy, soft, crispy. Crispy outside, soft interior, crispy chicken. There's really nothing like it.
Order a chicken biscuit and Simply Orange Juice on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
Modern Exterminating, 627 College Street, Jacksonville has proudly been serving the pest control needs of Onslow and surrounding counties since 1952. That's 70 years of protecting the health and property of our citizens from rodents, termites, mosquitoes, and all other pests. Modern Exterminating offers inspection without obligation. Being authorized to serve government quarters, Modern Exterminating takes this opportunity to thank those who serve and allowing us to handle all your pest control needs. If what they use don't zap them, they'll trap them. And if you're not satisfied, they'll step on them. The bug stops here. Modern Exterminating, family owned and operated since 1952. Call today, 910-455-5122. That's 910-455-5122 for Modern Exterminating.
Down East Heating and Air Conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986.
Down East is your local Bryant factory authorized dealer. Down East, Bryant, whatever it takes to keep you warm.
Down East Heating and Air Conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986. DownEastHeating.com.
Ready or not, the holidays are here and your calendar is crowded. So if and when your heating system goes out, Down East and Bryant is ready to do whatever it takes to make your home warm again. Because your friends and relatives are arriving any minute. Just call Down East at 910-346-4311.
Down East Heating and Air Conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986. DownEastHeating.com.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishwashers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best in fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbett Avenue in Swansboro.
If your plans include hitting the road this year to do some traveling, make sure a visit to Silent Service Center is on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle, and a visit to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind with the best value in all name brand tires and the largest selection of used tires in this area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760.
Coastal Bank and Trust thanks you for allowing us the privilege of handling all your banking needs, including personal and commercial loans to mortgage services. With locations in Jacksonville, Holly Ridge, Richlands, and Morehead City, Coastal Bank and Trust truly is a community bank dedicated to those we serve and is proud to be a part of the continued growth of Onslow, Carteret, and surrounding counties, and looks forward to meeting you. Thank you for voting us the best of the best 5 years in a row. FDIC insured and an equal housing lender.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Doors will be opening in about an hour down at Tideline Marine right here in Jacksonville, your one-stop shop for all of your boating and fishing needs. From bait and tackle to new boats to maintenance supplies, if you're into taking care of your boats yourselves and your motors and your trailers, Tideline has what you need or can generally get it within a day or so. Those new boats I mentioned, check with Todd or George for the deals of a lifetime on Aloha pontoon boats. If you want to feel quality, step in and take a look-see. Just sit down on one of those seats. You will be impressed. If you are one of those who thinks if you've seen one pontoon, you've seen them all, not even close, my friends. Don't take my word for it. Stop in and check them out. Tideline Marine, 159 Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Northeasterly winds today, 10 to 15 knots, diminishing to 5 to 10 this afternoon. 2 to 3 footers, dominant period 6 seconds, sounds and rivers a light chop. Northerly winds tomorrow, 15 to 20, becoming northwesterly, 20 to 25 in the afternoon. Gust up to 30, seas 3 to 5, except 2 to 3 near shore. Dominant period 4 seconds, sounds and rivers choppy, increasing to Kelly rough in the afternoon. Northerly winds on Thursday, 15 to 20, with gusts to 25, becoming westerly 5 to 10 by the afternoon. Seas 2 to 4 feet. They'll drop down to 1 foot near shore in the afternoon. Sounds and rivers choppy, diminishing to a light chop in the afternoon.
Today, sunny, a high of 64. Tonight, clear, low of 37. That's kind of cold. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, a high of 53, and gusty tomorrow with gusts as high as 22 miles an hour. That's a kind of a yikes. Tomorrow night, clear, cold, raven, fire up the fireplace, low of 29 and gusty. So that's going to feel even colder. Then on Thursday, sunny, but only 52.
I'm cold already.
I'm cold just thinking about it.
I don't even know which way to go with this old Biden mess right now. Going to get hot on Capitol Hill today, but we will not be able to follow the blow by blow. The IRS whistleblowers who allege the federal investigation into Hunter Biden has been influenced by politics are testifying before the House Ways and Means Committee behind closed doors beginning at 10:30 this morning. Gary Shapley, who led the IRS portion of the Hunter Biden probe, and Joseph Ziegler, a 13-year special agent with the IRS Criminal Investigation Division, will sit for a closed-door hearing during the committee's executive session. Whatever they have to say is privilege, protected under Internal Revenue Code Section 6103, related to confidentiality of tax returns. Shapley and Ziegler have claimed that political influence surrounded prosecutorial decisions throughout the Hunter Biden investigation, which began 5 years ago. Shapley has said that decisions at every stage of the probe were made that had the effect of benefiting the, quote, subject of the investigation. And Ziegler has said that Hunter Biden should have been charged with a tax felony and not only the tax misdemeanor charge, and that communications and text messages reviewed by investigators may be a contradiction to what President Biden was saying about not being involved in Hunter's overseas business dealings. I'm just wondering who the first congressman will be that gets to a waiting camera after this session this morning. If it's juicy information, then a Republican will be first. If there's nothing to be concerned about, according to the committee, a Democrat will go for the touchdown. You wait and see. this whole mess, and this is all part of a possibility. They're just looking to deciding whether they should move forward with what's that other word that they use to kick somebody out of office, like they did Trump. Try to do Trump.
I'm not sure what you're saying. What?
They want to have a hearing to decide whether they should bring charges against Biden.
Right. I'll be so glad when they get done with all these committees. We're going after this person. We're going after that person. Let's get down to business.
Maybe it will be over next November, a whole year away.
Or it's going to get worse.
Don't count on it. So we shall see. Maybe something will happen. This is something we didn't get to yesterday. We had a very busy morning and a great guest in here yesterday. And I've got a full document here that I've been reading from him.
I thought about that all night last night. I just stayed upset, very upset.
A New York man stabbed 4 of his family members to death and injured 2 officers early Sunday morning before he was shot and killed by police. A 911 call came about 5 a.m. from a teenage girl who claimed her cousin was killing her family members. Police arrived, were confronted by 38-year-old Courtney Gordon of the Bronx. Police said he was attempting to leave the home with luggage and stabbed 1 cop in the head and another one in the neck. A 30-year veteran police officer shot and killed Gordon before he could get away. Gordon set a fire before leaving the home, forcing the police to wait for the fire department to arrive and extinguish the flames before going in. Officers found 5 people who had been stabbed, 4 of whom died. Officers located a 12-year-old boy, a man in his 30s, and a 44-year-old woman dead. An 11-year-old girl was injured, and a 61-year-old woman was in critical condition. The injured officers are in critical but stable condition. No motive for the attack, and police are still investigating. What's wrong with the world?
Crazy.
It was another stabbing at Macy's in Philadelphia yesterday?
Yes, police officer was killed too.
Yeah, one was killed, one was injured by a guy with a knife.
And this is why.
Let's ban knives. Got to ban the knives.
Yeah.
Come on, ban knives, people.
Well, it's just like
they have on airplanes. They give you plastic
I don't like
ones.
to go shopping.
That's why Amazon all the way, buddy. I'm telling you.
Well, I don't mind going shopping.
You don't have to leave your house. You can Amazon from anywhere. I have done it from sitting in here before.
I've
done it from the doctor's office.
I've got a relative, I'm not going to call her name, who lives very close by.
Yeah.
Who orders a bunch of stuff from Amazon and then tries every bit of it on until she gets the right one she wants and returns everything else. I don't have that kind of time.
You can do try before you buy on Amazon.
Yes,
you don't even have to pay for it.
I don't have
You
that
have
kind
7
of time.
days to try that on.
Packaging,
But then I got to repackage it and send it back.
They send it to you.
They send it to you.
I don't want to
I
do
love
it.
it.
All you have to do is throw it back in the bag, and then they got a special tab.
It's bad enough for me to have to open the boxes up when they get here.
Just a humbug.
Yeah.
Grinch.
I have the voting list pulled up.
Yes, I have it too.
We have 2, like I said, 2 people filed for Board of Education so far, 1 Republican, 1 Democrat, and 1 Republican has filed for a Board of Commissioners.
Got that.
Walter Scott filed for commissioner,
Re-election.
and then for Board of Education, Elbert Garvey as a Republican and Allison Page as a Democrat.
Right, and Allison Page, she ran before, didn't she? Didn't she? Yeah, she ran as a commissioner, but she never.
She didn't go to the debate or anything.
She didn't. Nobody saw her.
Yeah, she didn't come to the.
She didn't come to any of the
commissioner debate.
forums.
Nothing. Yeah.
I don't think she ever worked the polls.
I don't think she did either.
I don't think she even had a sign up.
No.
I'll have to check. I think
So
it's
now
the
she's
same
doing
one,
Board of Education.
Okay.
Yeah, is it the same girl? I think so. I think it is the same person. I might be wrong about that, but I think you're right though.
I'll have to look it up. Like I said, when she put her name in for county commissioner last go round,
Yeah.
and
Pretty sure it's
nothing.
her. Yeah.
We never heard. Y'all running in like there's a fire or something?
They're trying to be on time.
They're late.
Yes, I know that Senator
I wonder what one of these gentlemen would have said about his students if they came in under the wire about a minute late. You're late.
They got to get a pass, and then if they get too many, they're in trouble.
Yeah, I can hear it now.
Chairman Tim Foster and Vice Chairman, what's his name? Robin Knapp.
And congratulations on your
Re-election
on your seats,
Thank you.
Chairman and Vice Chairman.
Appreciate it.
I think y'all have done a great job. Great job.
Thank you. Thank you. It was a good morning, and I appreciate the confidence of my fellow commissioners in that vote, and for both of us, and then get ready to move into the new year with lots on the plate and lots that we don't know that'll become part of the plate. And
well, budget's on the plate already. We know about the budget.
Oh, it's on the way, and I think we are scheduling a workshop in January.
Yeah,
I think so, maybe. Yeah.
This is your yes man, huh?
That's right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, my mind's not. I'm not even focused on next year yet.
Why?
He's just trying to get through.
Trying to figure out what this Christmas present that you're going to get Kelly's going to be.
No, I'm just just a lot of things going on, personal and business wise. So, just trying to wind down, get ready for Christmas, and get that behind us, and then we'll come out strong at the beginning of the year. I hope.
Now we're going to ask you something sort of off topic, but something you may be familiar with. Closing of the License Bureau DMV. Has that had any impact on your business?
No, we don't use the local DMV.
Okay.
We use Raleigh. When we sell a vehicle, whether it's a new tag or a transfer, the registration comes to us, and the tag comes to us from Raleigh.
Okay.
So if they have to turn in the tag, that's the only thing that would hinder them. They have to just go to the drive-through, but that no longer exists. So they can just mail it back. But no, everything we do is out of Raleigh.
Okay. All right.
So no effect on our business.
All right. Well, that's good. I was afraid it was going to have an impact because I know it used to be dealers here would take a stack of stuff down to once a week or something to the local DMV.
No, we've got a great person that does it. Her name is Julia. She handles all our DMV and licenses and tags, and she's so efficient. It's unreal. She's really good, and she takes it and she mails it to Raleigh, and we're good to go.
Okay, well, good. Okay.
Well, I have an important question for Tim first.
Go ahead.
So I understand Northside is playing at Southwest tonight. What are you going to do?
Yes, we're going to Southwest tonight, and
you're the basketball coach, right?
I am. So it's going to be interesting going back home to Southwest, which that's my community. But coming in with my my Monarchs to step on the court and play hard and give it everything we got, and that's my whole focus with teams is you are in complete control of your effort. And my guys, they're not getting the results they want, but man, they're playing their hearts out.
Yeah, there's a story behind that. It's like me going to Florida State and playing for Florida State, and then
going to Florida,
and then going to Florida to coach against the Noles. I mean, no.
Well, I back in my high school days, Andy Hewlett was the football coach.
Right.
He was also a PE teacher. One of the kids asked him one day, because he came from Wilmington. He played, I guess, Wilmington High, New Hanover High School at the time. But anyway, we had to go play them. And one of the guys in the PE class said, "Oh, well, Coach, what are you going to do? Who are you going to be pulling for?" And he went vulgar. He said, "This is my team."
That's right.
Jacksonville High.
We're going in there with Northside High Monarchs with the intentions to give it our best and get a win. And I expect a good competitive game, and the kids getting after it on both sides of the court, the fans enjoying it. I know a lot of the guys at Southwest, and I think the world of them, and I've really got to know my kids over at Northside, and I love those guys, and that's what it's all about is building and working.
Sure.
Not for today, but for tomorrow, and being a part of that is such it's a blessing when you go into these arenas, and it's all about working to hopefully make the future of those you're involved with bigger and brighter. And sports is a major discipline for kids.
Of course.
And they love it. They get after it, and I'm looking forward to it tonight.
I knew a lot of guys in high school that they say the only reason I'm staying in school is so that I can play sports.
It's a major influence. I mean, it's a major motivator.
For your grades too.
For your grades. And you'll find when you get into schools that the students that are involved, whether it's sports, any of the extracurricular, those kids' grades are higher than those that are not involved. Their behaviors are better. They're just motivated, become well-rounded kids. You want them to be involved as much as they can. And the more they're involved, the brighter their future and the more opportunities to present themselves. And that's what we don't realize is being a part of something makes you see things in the big picture. And I think government is the same way. It's not about what you can do as an individual. And I think that's the most important thing is what can we do as a board, as a Congress, as any of these things, what can we accomplish together for the good of the people and across the nation, especially in Washington. And you're getting a Tim Foster opinion is you said it after those hearings this morning, somebody's going to run through the microphone.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. One or both will run.
They're going to run there and not care about the results, just about what they can say and what do we need to really do.
Yeah.
Well,
go ahead.
I'm about to put these two on the hot seat. Y'all can talk about this other fluff all day long, but I've got something I want to ask them about.
There we go.
Well, Robbie, you can go ahead and be mad. Okay.
Be what?
So
I'm coming over here.
So the Department of Social Services here is down about roughly 27 social workers. And there's a very huge need. What are the county commissioners going to do, or do they have any plans to try to get these positions filled? Have y'all discussed this with the county manager?
This has already been discussed with the county manager. We've got shortfalls in several departments. We've got a shortfall in DSS. We've got a shortfall in the sheriff's department.
I understand that.
These are part of our priority. We'll be discussing that during our workshop in terms of setting our priorities. It's not being neglected. You know, the point is to budget our money correctly to make sure that we get these positions filled. And it kind of drives me to the next point. That's one of the needs of this county. And that's what we need to focus in. We need to focus in on this next year, this next fiscal year, is to fill these positions with the sheriff's department, to fill these positions elsewhere through our county government, and to make that a top priority. And that is going to be a top priority for us.
So you're saying it is a top priority
Yes.
that DSS gets these social workers
Absolutely
that I think
is.
they need.
But
Okay.
DSS, I've worked with DSS since I got here in 1990, and I've seen the stress, the caseload that these people endure. They're in charge of the foster care program. They're in charge of a lot of programs throughout Onslow County. They provide a viable service, and we got to make sure that we backstock these positions, fill these positions as needed. And again, that's a need of the county. That's a priority for us. You know, number one, we want to have a healthy fund balance. Obviously, and we already have that. And we just need to continue marching. And the thing about David Smitherman, he's come and given us a kind of like a business plan. And basically, what are our strategies? What are our targets? What do we need to do? Where we want to be in 6 months to a year to 2 years to 3 years down the road. And part of that process is basically backfilling needed positions.
Okay, question for you on that. Not to interrupt, but to interrupt. Why are these people leaving?
Well, there's various.
I can tell you. I'm can speak
You're
for the
talking
DSS
about probably one of the most stressful jobs. Your social workers is a high turnover.
Yeah,
getting them
it's burnt
filled.
out.
They burn out so quickly. The caseload is just unbelievable, and the work that they accomplish is out of this world. But they are completely exhausted by the time they walk out the door, and that's the biggest problem with keeping them filled. You'll look at those positions that we can't keep filled. Your law enforcement, your EMS, even if you skip across the road to the Board of Education, the teaching positions, these are, and they're not getting any easier. The pay, I think we've done a decent job over the last few years of raising pay with the increases with the ARPA funds, the increases with the COLA. I think at one point over a 3-year period, we'd increased the salaries close to 20%.
Something like that.
And it's hard. I mean, there's 26 there, and now the expansion of the Medicare that's coming or is coming. We're going to need additional people in those positions to get there. We've got the positions, we don't have the people to fill them, and that's becoming the hardest part and one of the most stressful positions, because it's not just the day-to-day hours that you're putting in. It's the hours and what you see and what you're having to do.
Here's the thing. You know, you look at law enforcement across the board. They're underpaid. Plain and simple. Law enforcement is underpaid. And people in the community don't see that. They don't see the firsthand effects of their job, especially with DSS. Imagine you walking in every day having to deal with a sexual abuse case with a child, or a neglect case with a child, or possibly a homicide of a child. You work in law enforcement, you see on a routine daily basis the horrors of society that's not reflected to the rest of the community. You have to deal with that day in and day out. The stress that is caused to these people, the post-traumatic stress, and yes, cops, DSS workers, and everybody else can be subject to PTSD, just like military members. They see this every day. You know, I spent 27 years in law enforcement, and I still have dreams, and I still have thoughts, and I still have feelings inside of me of cases that happened when I first started in law enforcement. You just don't leave those things. And so we have to make sure as a county that they're a priority, that their pay is reflective of what they do. Okay, that's what we have to try to do to make it comparatively competitive across the nation, because there's a lot of work that goes in. You know, when you take a 40-hour job, for example, for DSS, it's not a 40-hour job. You're on call. You know, you're on call. You have to go testify in court. The stress that is built upon these people can't even be measured correctly. And so you have to compensate for that. And that's one of the reasons why people leave. There are other various factors which are subjective, you know, but the most important thing is, number one, job satisfaction, the pay benefits, and you know, the stressfulness of the job.
Okay,
and,
let's take a
it's
quick break.
very difficult.
Excellent points.
We'll be right back. You're live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME, your Christmas classic station. Don't go away.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and they do minor repairs, wood repairs, pressure washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair and cleanup. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing, fully licensed, insured, and locally owned and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want to paint and maintain, power wash, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit southerntouchpaintingnc.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties.
Bryn Mawr Jewelers, proudly serving the Jacksonville area with the brilliance you deserve for 73 years, invites you to visit them at 1136 Western Boulevard next to Sam's this holiday season. Locally owned and operated by the Queen of Diamonds, Lisa Lutz Keys and Luke Keys, look forward to showing you why only the finest diamonds makes it to their showcase, bringing you the brightest holiday season ever. In addition to fine diamonds and precious stones, you'll find watches, rings, bracelets, necklaces, charms, and remember, no one does I do like they do. Bryn Mawr Jewelers, Jacksonville's oldest jeweler, also specializes in custom design. Bryn Mawr Jewelers takes the time to wish you and yours a happy holiday and the best in the coming new year. Bryn Mawr Jewelers, 1136 Western Boulevard next to Sam's, serving Jacksonville since 1950. Visit brynmawrjewelers.com or by phone at 910 call 455-2994.
Hello, shoppers. Take advantage of the following specials and many, many more at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, where good things cost less. Down the street on the Richlands Highway here in Jacksonville and Main Street in Maysville. Whole top sirloin, just $5.99 a pound. Whole bottom round, $3.79 a pound. Beef short ribs, $5.99 a pound. 10 pounds or more fresh ground chuck, just $2.99 a pound. Whole fresh picnics, $1.49 a pound. How about baby back pork ribs, just $2.79 a pound? And you get a 10-pound bag of fryer leg quarters, that will be 39 cents a pound. And remember, the beef and pork is cut fresh every day by the butchers at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store. And they use only the finest and certified Angus beef and Sanderson's Farm chicken. Urban Produce, California navel oranges, just 79 cents each. California lemons, 59 cents each. Haas avocados, 99 cents each. Western Honeycrisp apples, just $1.99 a pound. How about a 5-pound bag of Yukon Gold potatoes, just $3.99. Jumbo yellow onions, just 99 cents a pound. And a 6-ounce package of raspberries or blackberries is only $2.99. And you get 3 12-packs of Pepsi or Mountain Dew for just $14. That's your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, where good things cost less, over on the Richlands Highway here in Jacksonville and Main Street in Maysville. And remember, say big with the pig.
Wismart and Chappie's Chicken. And for over 50 years, Great Gas and Oil Company has kept our community comfortable year-round with quality heating and cooling products and dependable service. In addition to heating and air conditioning service, Great Gas and Oil Company does generators, tankless water heaters, and quality appliance repair. For service, phone 910-347-7138. Locally owned and operated by Jerry and Jeff Allen and Bobby and Louise Williams.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
And we're back, and we do have a caller this morning. Is this Phil?
Yes.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, Phil.
Doing good.
What's up?
Listen to that. I agree with you about Alabama and Florida State got
Thank you for that, Phil. You just had to keep that going, didn't you? Our household's been rough the past few days.
You got me fired up now, Phil.
Oh, don't start.
Sorry about that.
No. Look, this is all I'm going to say about it. You know, I'm a diehard Florida State alumnus. I went there in school, graduated in '83. I fell in love with the Seminoles in '78. Been a fan 40 plus years ever since then. We went to Tallahassee in October to watch them beat Miami Hurricanes. And the bottom line is that you've got a Power 5 undefeated 13-0 team that won the ACC championship with their third-string quarterback because Florida had knocked out our second-string quarterback, and we still beat them. They're undefeated. They did everything they were asked to do. They went on the field. They won. They faced adversity, and to leave them out of a playoff when they're the other undefeated team of a Power 5 conference is pathetic. And
yeah.
It's horrible. You know, I personally feel that ESPN and the SEC are joined at the hip. ESPN just paid the SEC $300 million for their rights to televise SEC games. And you've got that idiot Paul Finnenbaum, who's an SEC supporter, who's always saying that Alabama's the best, Alabama's that. Well, I got news for you. Alabama, you lost. Your record's 12-0.
Well, they barely beat Auburn.
Texas, you lost. You're 12-1. Florida State, you're undefeated at 13-0. And when you have to rely on a 4th down and 31 yards with 2 seconds left in the game to throw a Hail Mary pass in the end zone against a subpar 5-6 Auburn team and win, that's pathetic. And you still get into college football playoffs. So as far as I'm concerned, the real national championship game is going to be played on December 30th in Miami, Florida, against University of Georgia and the Florida State Seminoles in the Orange Bowl.
I just had somebody ask,
How do you really feel?
who wins today if Florida State University and Alabama play each other?
Well, I'll tell you right now.
I think Florida State would beat them.
Listen.
Barely, but I think they would.
I think Florida State would win because Tate Rodemaker, our number 2 quarterback, would come back.
Yeah.
He was on concussion protocol. Brock Glenn, our third-string quarterback, was his first start in an ACC championship game, and he's a true freshman. I think he handled himself well. Not pretty.
Very well.
But here's the thing. Our defense at Florida State will stack up against any defense in the country. We've got probably the best defense in the country. And, you know, I hear this all the time. Defense wins championships.
They certainly do.
And they won it. They won it in the ACC championship. Because we had a third string quarterback, the line on that game was -1 for Florida State. Not only did Florida State beat that, they covered the spread. They beat them by 10. So I don't know what more you can ask for. And I get fired.
I'm a big Ohio State fan. So.
Well, Ohio State, I think they got juice too. I really do. I think they
lost against the team up north. So, kudos to them. And I believe they should be in it,
Well, here's the thing. You got a coach from Michigan that's under investigation for cheating.
True.
He's not on the sideline for 3 games. They suspended him, and yet you didn't even take that into consideration. And the other thing is, this is the last point I'll make about this. Boo Corrigan, who's a North Carolina State athletic director, the committee chairman, said after the Florida game and the Florida State game when Florida State beat the Gators in the Swamp, he said Jordan Travis's injury had no effect whatsoever on their selection process. Okay. He said they did not take that into consideration. Yet at the last game at the ACC championship and the following Sunday, he reversed his tune and said, it does have a problem. It does play into effect in our decision process. Well, if Jordan Travis is such a great person to affect the playoff and the committee's decision, then I tell you what, send Jordan Travis to New York, and he's the hands-down winner for the Heisman Trophy.
Okay.
All right, Phil, we got to take a break, sir. Thank you.
I need a break.
All right.
I just want to know how Robin feels about this.
We'll find out later. You're live and local Real Talk. No, this is Sports Talk. You're live and local Sports Talk here on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM. WSME, it's still your Christmas classic station.
C&S Paint, Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957, with 3 locations serving the Crystal Coast, has everything you need from brushes to Olympic stain and quality Benjamin Moore paint. Benjamin Moore offers unmatched color and durability, so the color will last for years to come. Whether a do-it-yourselfer or paint contractor, when you shop C&S Paint Center with 3 locations, you're not just improving your home or construction site, you're supporting a local business too. C&S Paint Center, Olympic Stain, and Benjamin Moore. Paint for everything that matters. C&S Paint Center, 105 Wayne Drive, Morehead City, 6 Doris Avenue, Jacksonville, and 504 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point. C&S Paint, phone 910-455-0210. Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality train systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to quality train systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor service agreement, you never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent train dealer. It's hard to stop a train. For deals on train systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2843.
If you have a project that requires ready-mix concrete, whether driveway, patio, livestock housing, outdoor kitchen, or something special for the holidays, Mixed Masters Concrete of Buteville can handle the job. Large or small, Mixed Masters Concrete offers residential, commercial, and agricultural contract work with professional service and fast delivery. Owner Scott Thigpen provides free estimates, and Mixed Masters Concrete will deliver on Saturdays. In addition to expert concrete service, KPT Masonry does complete concrete finishing. So, for ready-mix concrete and professional concrete finishing, phone 910-298-6153. Mixed Masters Concrete and KPT Masonry of Beulaville. Proud to be part of the continuing growth of Eastern North Carolina, and thanks all our military families and all that serve.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
And we are back, and it is real talk now. So,
Oh, what is happening? Yeah, that was rough.
I guess that was a little loud.
Yeah.
It was the SEC calling in.
So what's going on in the county? Anything new? Wait, let me ask you. Somebody did text me and I almost forgot. I got so fired up about Robin talking. Anything new with the trash development in Burton Park? Somebody texted me and asked me.
Nothing new yet. I know that they're working to get some people into the building as part of the occupants. That's still on track.
Have they broken ground?
They have not broken
Okay.
ground. I think that they're meeting this morning with Smitherman and our attorney, and then I'm gonna sit down and have lunch with them this afternoon late and just see where they're at. They're coming in trying to really bring something in there, and I think that's huge. Is Burton Park. Let's go ahead and commercialize it. Let's go ahead and get businesses in there.
Yes.
and get them moving forward with whatever we need to do that, because the land sitting vacant is not good for us. It's been that way for a long time. Now we do have someone that's come in and they are going to bring something. Once they break ground, those buildings go up and people are in it. You're going to see more of that come in there.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of like the little snowball that starts at the top. Once it starts rolling, it's just going to grow, and we're going to see good things take place in there.
And once somebody opens that door, then the rest will follow.
Have the bathrooms been started construction out at Heinz Farm yet?
Oh, please say yes.
I'm
so tired of
I
that.
don't think so, because they've just we just approved that and the specs and everything. So that's coming. And Mr. Smitherman's going to really look at some things that we can do out at Heinz Farm, and and that's going to be huge if we can get when we get things starting to come to fruition out there. It takes time, and get a good plan of what we want to do, and we had thoughts of what we were going to do, but you don't always meet the thing that you always come to fruition the way you want it to, but there's still a lot of good property out there and a lot of things that can come to fruition.
I'm anxious to see a lot of scouts show up there.
Yes.
The Boy Scouts are looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I was
So
talking to one the other day.
here's
Yeah.
my take on it, and this is another point that I wanted to make. I was going to bring it up later anyway. I've said this before. Okay, I voted against Heinz Farm. That was Ben. Okay, my commissioners voted for it. Now I'm supporting 100% on what we do out there because my commissioners have supported it, and we have to make a good go at it. And every time that someone votes against Heinz Farms or brings that up, it is irritating, because that property belongs to the county. Now it's our job to make sure that property succeeds and it fulfills what we want it to fulfill.
There is an element in the county that would like to see it fail. You understand that, right?
I do,
but it's not failing.
No, it's not going to fail.
No, it's not going to fail. And then, we've got Smitherman. Before that, we had Sharon, that were focusing in on Heinz Farm. And every time we go to vote for something in reference to Heinz Farm, in my opinion, it should approve unanimously, because it is part of our project. We're trying to improve this. We're trying to bring in the Boy Scouts and some other things. We're looking at possibly putting a sports complex out there. There's things that we're looking at that we can utilize this land for. But every time we have the negative Nancy's out there, they keep saying, well, Heinz Farm, Heinz Farm, Heinz Farm. I get tired of that. Okay, get over it. We own it. Let's
make it work.
That's right.
There's opportunity, and there was things that we wanted to do that we may not have been able to bring to fruition out there. We're going to take it down to look at some other things out there and really see what can we bring out there that's going to enhance it even more. There's good things taking place. We've spent some money out there for that to take place, but we've also spent some money over at Onslow Pines Park with the development of fields and playing fields over there. And that's the one thing when you go in to communities and you want to see what they have, a lot of it is what are the opportunities you have for the people beyond the need of law enforcement and EMS and schools, is what are some of the opportunities I have to go out with my family. And that's what you want to grow. We have plenty of parks with sports facilities, but what are the other things that we can bring to those parks? Walking trails, just to get outside. What are some of the things that what are some of the things that we're missing in the nation now? And that is getting outside and doing things with your family. We're talking about the burnout rate and trying to get positions filled in DSS. Well, what is the root of those problems? What is family the breakdown? Is we really got to get to work on family, and there's a community around where I live that I just love what's going on with what they've done in their little area. Is that when I drive by on Sunday afternoons, those families are out there playing volleyball. The kids have taken a big old rope swing and hung it from a tree, and the kids are out there playing on the swing, and they're all with their parents. And those are things that our society is moved so far from, that we're creating issues and parks and athletics and walking trails and just a place to go fishing, place just to go spend the night or whatever. So I'm looking forward to seeing some of the things that is brought to us down the road of what we can do out there, and things that include going beyond Heinz Farm, but let's go into working with the city of Jacksonville. What can we do together to bring in the multi-sports, multi-purpose complex? Those complexes don't, in and of themselves, they don't make money. The money that they bring in is sales tax revenue, occupancy tax, your restaurants. They left their cleats at the house, or they left their shorts at the house, and now they got to go in and buy more. So it's about bringing people into your community and continue to bring that, because our sales tax has been huge. And getting people out of the house and into our stores, people into our community for various reasons. The Carolina Museum of the Marine is getting ready to come to fruition, and that's going to be huge. And we have here in Onslow County, Montford Point. The Montford Point Association does a great job, and then we have the memorial out there. The African Americans that come to Jacksonville, Onslow County in the 1940s to do what they've done and set the stage for the future generations happened here. And right around the corner is the Vietnam Memorial. And then you turn, and then you've got the Beirut Memorial, and then you've got the 9/11 Memorial, the Corman Memorial, and eventually we're going to have that Carolina Museum of the Marine. These are the people that sacrificed for us to have the opportunities we have. And in a nation now that is focused so much on division that we can't have a vision to bring anything to fruition because we're so busy fighting about things that we can't get on board politically to do anything, because if one group says it, then the other group's against it. It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. And that's the problem with it.
Okay, right after the break, I got a point I want to make.
All right, you're live in local real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. We'll be right back after Fox.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Ms. Foster, there'll be 4 candidates on stage at the 4th Republican presidential primary debate tomorrow night in Alabama. Chris Christie, Ron DeSantis, Nikki Haley, and Vivek Ramaswamy.
The Republican Party said candidates had to have donations from 80,000 people, including 200 in at least 20 different states, and at least 6% in 2 national polls, or that much in an early state poll and national poll.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal, former President Trump, says he will skip the debate like he has all the rest. The Israeli military is advancing in the southern part of the Gaza Strip and continues operations to the north.
Israeli forces raided the Hamas General Security Headquarters in northern Gaza's Jabalia neighborhood. This raid was conducted by 2 separate Israeli units, and they say they located rockets and weapons in the area before calling in airstrikes.
Fox's Trey Yingst. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom Freedom 97.1.
WSME.
It's live and local. Real talk.
And we are back, and Robin's got a point to make.
Yeah, I just wanted to say something. So, I'm not trying to beat a dead horse, but I'm gonna. This is the way I view things. Okay, so if you're against Heinz Farm, fine. The board voted for it. Move on. Now it's our job to make sure that everything that we can do to make it successful happens. Okay. The pool came up. Now, I did not vote for the pool. I had my personal reasons in terms of finances and stuff within the county. The board approved it. Now it's my job as a team member, and I'm going to stress that, team member, to get on board and to do what I can from an economic standpoint, from a moral standpoint, to make sure that this pool is built, that we follow the plan, and that it shows some type of profitability for the county. Okay, because our decision has been made. And when you sit there, as commissioners, object to Heinz Farm continuously, no matter what goes on, whether it's bathrooms, whether it's this or that, and then turn around and vote to give $3 million to a pool, well, I call that hypocrisy. Because you cannot sit there and say Heinz Farm didn't cost $3 million. Okay, cost $1 million, and we're already putting things out there. We're already seeing success. We're getting restrooms out there for the park, and we're moving forward. So to use that argument that Heinz Farm was too expensive, we shouldn't have spent the money, but you turn around and vote to spend $3 million on a pool. Come on.
Yeah, we got a lot going on. We had a few votes that were, between Heinz Farm a few years ago and then the pool a little bit ago. We're getting ready to move into a new year, January 24. And I see my role as chairman is to really work to see how we can get together and bring things together and really bring things to fruition and be as a team. And some of the things I want to do a better job of personally is have some communication weekly with a couple of commissioners at a time. Get on the phone or meet with Robin and Royce, and then meet with Paul and Mark or Mark and Walter, and then Lisa and
you're telling me I got to talk to you even more.
You might have to, because Robin and I talk a lot, but I think it's going to be real important for us to really to talk and discuss things and see if we can bring everybody together and move in a direction that's real positive for the Board of Commissioners. And we do that, then it's going to be a lot of positive work for Onslow County. That's one of my personal goals of being reelected there as the chairman. Is really, I've had 1 year of trying to figure out that thing and how to work together. We've had some tough things over the last year. But we're moving into a new year, a new county manager, a new vision, a new approach. The last one was great. Ms. Griffin did a great job for us. And now we're moving into another year with a new one, and we'll get our first budget. And that goal is to really work hard with this board to bring some things to fruition and people coming to meetings celebrating what we're doing and not always looking for something negative that's taking place.
And let me reiterate what he said. He's absolutely right. And I've seen Tim work for the last year. And I have worked with him on this. The vision is to have unity within the board, to work together, to strive for a common purpose. And I think we're getting to that stage, and that's one of the things that we're pursuing.
Right, absolutely.
Rachel, before I know we got Bill on the line, but I have a question for that. I have to leave, and I have a question for you guys. The Community Health Assessment Survey comes out every 3 years. The last one that was done in 2021, which is what the county is still operating under in terms of the health department puts us on, and I'm actually on the committee. We try to pick the top, things to focus on. And this is the surveys done in the community. Mm-hmm. Well, the number 3 thing was lack of affordable housing in the county. And that was considered a top priority by county individuals. What is the county doing to kind of tackle that problem? Because it's just gotten worse with the closing of not only Town Place, but now the Holly Ridge low-income housing as well. What is the county doing, considering 2 years ago it was a top 3 item? It's probably going to be 1 or 2 now. Is the county looking to combat this in any way?
We tried a year or so ago. We put out $5 million in ARPA funds to support that, and it's not an easy endeavor for companies to come in and build the housing and then be able to maintain those things with the different restrictions and incomes and things they're trying to do to support people. And Onslow County's in a tough spot because we don't even have any additional housing to support those that have lost their housing in the recent past. And it is really coming down to what companies can we get, builders or developers, to come in and find that area to be able to do that. We'll support them any way we can because it's a need and it's necessary. But we as the government, we as the county, cannot go in and build that and establish that, but we can help with zoning. We can help with issues that they may face that we're in control of. But the biggest thing is being able to find a developer that has the ability to come in and do that, and the financial resource to maintain it.
Okay, let's go to Bill real quick. Hey, Bill, what's up?
Hi, good morning. Yeah, I was listening to the conversations, and I can say from just the place I've been, I've never seen a place that has done more, put out more stuff for recreation, the parks, to keep people out of trouble and to keep them busy than this place. They have so many ball fields and the school facilities that they can go to. And like Robin was saying about the Heinz Farm, that is a lot of acreage with a lot of stuff that people could use,
Yep, and they're trying to make it better.
Yeah, and the thing being, even with the talk about pools, and I was thinking $3 million could just buy so many pools. You should be able to pull one at every school, but or thereabouts, So you had them throughout the thing. If someone went to a friend of theirs that was a contractor and said, how much would it cost? How many pools could you put in for $3 million?
Now you're talking, but you got to understand, these pools have to be designed in such a way as they can be used in competition.
That's right.
It's not your backyard pool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, you didn't have one before, and they still had a competitive swim team.
Yeah, well, they had to use Camp Lejeune, and it's very tough for some people to get to board Camp Lejeune.
And New Bern.
Yeah.
And New Bern.
Yeah, but to get, to put maybe one in for the competitive.
Either way, Bill, it's water over the dam, it's over under the bridge. That horse has left the barn. Okay?
Yeah. So there's still a lot, that they've done, and it's
yes, they've done.
I agree with Robin that they put so much out there that anybody complains, there's nothing. You're blind. You open your eyes, look, it's everywhere.
Yeah, we've done a lot.
So,
all right, Bill, thank you.
Take care.
All right,
anyway,
you too.
Yeah, it's been a good job that they've done.
Yes, totally agree.
I agree.
See you.
All right.
And that's the thing is, Onslow County is doing something right.
Yes.
Because people keep coming.
Yes. They're not leaving this county.
They're
leaving alone.
They keep coming, and we're growing, and they still love to be here. They're retiring here. They come and are stationed here for 4 or 5 years. They leave and they say, well, I'm going back to Jacksonville and Onslow County to retire there.
My neighbor right across the street just moved in a few months ago, and he did exactly that. They went to California, back home, after he got out of the Corps. Well, guess who's back?
He's come back.
He's come back.
Yeah. And that's where, to me, I talk about testing and accountability in the schools, and we grade the schools on the now. And we're grading on what a 14, 15, 16-year-old is doing on a test on the morning of. We don't know what happened the night before. We don't know what happened the morning of. We don't know if they had to work the night before, and everybody has their opinion. Well, they shouldn't be working. Well, you don't live in their house. You don't know what they're doing. But find out where they are 5 years after graduation. That's when you determine if your schools were successful and hold them accountable for that. Because if that kid is now a young adult in a profession or a career that they've chosen, they're successful, they're happy, they're contributing to society, then the schools have done their job. not everyone's going to come out of school and be an engineer, an attorney, a doctor, or whatever.
If he wants to make money, be a plumber.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And then how do you judge what's going on in your county and in your cities? You look at it by the number of people that are coming or the number of people that are leaving. In Onslow County, people are coming. They're not leaving. They love what's going on, the things that we have. It's a small town atmosphere that's gotten bigger. And opportunities, and we've got to continue to work to build and create those opportunities for people that want to come here, which includes jobs, includes schools, it includes safety. The more people that come, the more money that we have to put into DSS. We have to put into law enforcement, public safety. Let's go ahead and put the umbrella out there, and education, because that's what people want to see. We're a safe county. We're safe schools.
Oh, yes.
We have great law enforcement that are doing some wonderful things, and we have great members of our community. And the county is, whether I'm sitting on the board or not, Onslow County has been doing a lot of good things for a long time, and we are sustaining it. And whoever wants to come in 4 years or 5 years or whatever it is after some of us are done is, you know what? Only thing you really need is step on the boat, grab the wheel, keep the wind in the sails, and keep moving forward. And that's what Onslow County has done. The commissioners before us, the commissioners that will come after us, the manager that was here before that, and the one that's here now, and the one that'll be after. Onslow County is a gym. And if we want to wake up in the morning and find something wrong, you can do that. But I generally wake up in the morning and celebrate the successes of things that are taking place, and I don't look for the negative things. And right now, I've been here since day one. You've been here a long time, and I have no desire to leave. And I get new neighbors, new members of the community, and it is a great place. And I know people get tired of hearing me say that.
No, but that's true.
But it's the truth.
Let me segue into that. So I obviously I sell cars. I meet a lot of people, and I've met. In the last 2 weeks, I met a couple. In the last 2 weeks, I met two couples. One couple, the individual was getting out of the Marine Corps. He got a job in Wilmington, and he was going to move to Wilmington. He has children. Okay, he has school-age kids. And I asked him. I said, "So are you going to move to Wilmington?" And he says, "No. I said, we're staying here. We bought a house in Onslow County. We're staying in Onslow County."
He's going to commute.
And I said, "Yeah." He said, "I'm going to commute. I'm going to drive the 55 miles every day." I said, "Why don't you just buy a house down there?" He said, "No, because I love the school system here. The school system has been good to my kids. I feel safe in this community." He said, "It's growing." He said, "I love it here. I was a Marine. I got out after 8 years. I decided to stay." But when I hear that, it's testimony to Barry Collins and his staff and what they've done here.
Absolutely.
At the Board of Education. They have done a wonderful job. I was talking to Barry after the meeting yesterday briefly. You can't ask for a more humble person or a more humble man, and one that really cares. And Ken Riddick, our chairman, he also showed up at the BOC meeting too, because he's interested in what's going on with the county and things like that. He's actively involved. But, you have our school system here. My kids grew up in this school system. Both of my kids graduated from Jacksonville High School. And so I'm a card all the way to my heart. But, they graduated and they've done very well, and they love the community here. They both live here. In Onslow County. They have their own jobs. And so every time, one of the biggest things that people stay here is that we are growing tremendously. We are growing. The people are staying. They're coming back. Like you said, they went to California, came back. They're here. People are retiring here. People are moving here. I've got people that buy cars and, they have no affiliation with the base whatsoever. They picked the spot. They heard about Jacksonville and they moved. I have a friend that moved from New Jersey here, had a house built in Hampstead. He loves it. So, with all that growth, with all the people that are coming into this county, we've got so many things going on, and it makes me proud that they want to come to Onslow County. They want to stay here. They want to be part of our community, and they take part in the community and they get involved in the community. And so our Board of Education and the folks like that are doing a great job to working hand in hand with law enforcement. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Barry Collins because I think he has received some unjust comments.
I agree.
I think he has received some rude comments.
Yes,
and they're not appropriate. And I know Barry Collins personally, and he's a loving, caring person, and he does care about the community and the schools. And I
We're
just,
lucky to have him.
Yeah, we're
Yes, we are.
very fortunate to have Barry Collins as our superintendent.
You break time.
Yep. Take one. You're live and local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. We are your Christmas classic station. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with weather.
It's the season of giving, which means a visit to Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, right here in Jacksonville. Select a gift that will keep on giving long after Christmas. Right now, save up to 40% on in-store merchandise, including showcase jewelry, featuring pendants, diamond rings, diamond fashion bands, gemstone rings, and earrings. Need money for the holidays? Barnes Diamond Gallery pays top dollar for gold and silver. Major credit cards accepted and layaway available. Hurry and save 40% on in-store merchandise right now. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville. Open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Saturday.
Merry Christmas from our family to yours. Barnes Diamond Gallery.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway, heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas for the grill, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement, parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-6384.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only copper protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand, forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, solid tech, luxury vinyl tile. Mohawk has the ultimate floor for every room in your home. It's suitable for all pets. For details, contact Watkins Floor Covering online at watkinsnewfloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2022 in the flooring, covering, and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering. They're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering. Family owned and operated since 1997 with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering. You stand on it, we stand behind it. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Drs. Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
If you're looking for a great deal on a brand new Mitsubishi pre-owned car or truck, look no further than Bob Mills Mitsubishi, 2150 North Marine Boulevard. Because at Bob Mills Mitsubishi, they give it away and guarantee all their customers financing. At Bob Mills, there is no high pressure, no smoke and mirrors, or running back and forth to a sales manager. Buying a new Mitsubishi or quality pre-owned car or truck should be a fun experience. And that's what you'll have at Bob Mills Mitsubishi, 2150 North Marine Boulevard in Jacksonville, because they give it away.
It's live and local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Doors are now opening. Well, they'll be open in about 2 minutes or so down at Tideline Marine, your one-stop shop for all of your boating and fishing needs, from bait and tackle to new boats to maintenance supplies if you're into taking care of your own boats, motors, or trailers. Tideline has what you need, or can generally get it within a day or so. Those new boats I mentioned, check with Todd or George for the deals of a lifetime on Aloha pontoon boats. If you want to feel quality, stop in and take a look-see. If you're one of those who thinks if you've seen one pontoon, you've seen them all, not even the case, my friends. Don't take my word for it. Check out the construction, climb aboard, and sit in the most comfortable chairs you've ever seen. Tideline Marine, 159 Old Bridge Street, on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. Offshore today, northeasterly winds 10 to 15, diminishing to 5 to 10 this afternoon, 2 to 3 footers, dominant period 6 seconds, sounds and rivers a light chop. Tomorrow, a bit of a different story. Northerly winds 15 to 20 offshore, northwesterly 20 to 25 in the afternoon, gust to 30 knots, seas 3 to 5 feet, dominant period 4 seconds, sounds and rivers choppy, increasing to Kelly rough in the afternoon. Thursday, northerly winds 15 to 20, gusts to 25, becoming westerly 5 to 10 in the afternoon, 2 to 4 footers. Sounds and rivers choppy, diminishing to a light chop in the afternoon.
Okay, Pot Robin up too.
Oh, no.
I get to do the meteorology
Let
thing
him
here.
do it.
So
Go
today it's going to
ahead.
be sunny with a high near 64, northeast wind 5 to 7 miles per hour, becoming calm in the afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 37, and the north wind 3 to 7 miles per hour. Wednesday, we have a 30% chance of showers, mainly before 10 a.m. Mostly sunny with a high near 53, northwest wind at 6 to 15 miles per hour with gusts as high as 22 miles per hour. And Wednesday night, mostly clear with a low around 30, and expect sunny skies Thursday with a high near 52.
Expect sunny what?
Very
Skies.
good.
Oh,
Very
would you
good.
take a look outside and tell me how many skies that you see?
Okay, expect a sunny sky.
Thank you.
You did a good job.
We're back. Robin's done the weather, and
That's meteorologist nap.
meteorologist nap. But
No, you got to have a degree to be a meteorologist.
What if it's not?
Robin Cantori.
I have a degree, but it's not a meteorologist.
I did want to
Okay,
say
does that
something
count?
real quick with all the information and talking about the county. We have one of the lowest tax bases in Onslow County compared to the 99 other counties in the state of North Carolina.
yeah, we're in really good shape as much as, and we would like to find a way to lower our property tax, which I'm glad that was a good segue of what I wanted to say
We need
was.
to get a call here real quickly too.
And I want to, this board, we want to put a resolution together and put out that we want the 1/4 cent sales tax. So we can look at lowering the property tax.
It's re-election time.
Because it's a good time to do that. Onslow County is in a great financial position. We're able to put money into a fund balance, and now we're in a position that we need to decide what percentage do we want in there for a rainy day fund, and make sure it's enough for a rainy day fund plus 2 more days.
Yeah.
And then what can we do? Invest. What can we do to invest in the county and make better? And one of the ways is let's get a resolution passed. Let's get our people in Raleigh to support us in that. Get a 1/4 cent so we can come back to our people and drop that property tax rate. And I really like what we're doing with that property tax. When you put 3 cents that's going to your volunteer fire departments and our fire services and our municipalities, we're sending that money back to them because they are funding their own fire departments. We've sent money to take care of construction of the schools to lower that debt service. And then we're putting that other to the pay of our employees. So those are all 3 things that are coming back to support Onslow County in a big way. And if we can turn around and lower that property tax rate with the increase in sales tax, we can still meet those needs in a growing community and continue to be the thriving county that we are.
Tim, what do you think? Should they lower property taxes?
I think we should. Oh, I'm sorry. You got Timmy. Oh, man, my fault. I got the wrong Tim.
Another Timmy. Sorry.
Take a breath, Tim.
How many Tims you had up there? That's why just call me Jackass Kid or Donkey.
Did you say Jack? You said Jackass Tim?
Jackass Kid, I'm older than you are, son.
I think you're older by 3 weeks.
28 days. It
Okay.
don't matter if it was 1 day.
I'm just going to say both of you are older than me, and I appreciate y'all's age and wisdom.
Well, we figured, yeah, we know that. You're just a young whipper.
Well, I just want to ask you, when you said want, did you say won't or won't? Which one was it?
Won't.
Won't.
There you go. Okay. Just need
I
clarification.
want to keep my property taxes as low as possible because I am a firm believer in sales tax.
Yes, sir. Amen to
Firm
that.
believer in I've always, we got other states.
And that was one thing about Governor Pat McCrory. He eventually wanted to get rid of state income tax. I had heard him talk about it. He eventually wanted it. He didn't make it, but I would like to see that myself.
It's the most. It's the most fair.
I'll
Tim.
ever see it.
It is the most
I
fair.
won't never. Yeah, I won't never see it. I don't think I will.
Nope.
It's just a matter of fact, sales tax is the only way to go with anything, and we can do so much more with it because it's taxed on what you spend, not what you earn. And I believe that if you don't want to pay tax, don't spend no money.
It's the most equitable.
And I know it sounds dumb. It's coming from me. It sounds illiterate, but I just want to tell you. I mean, I was against, and I'm tired of beating the dead horse. I wasn't for Heinz Farm, but I do like what y'all trying to do, and it's like I have talked to people about it. You can't let the kids do what we had to do. We can't go out in the back patch in the summertime and work. It's labor laws cut that out. So we got to give them something to do. And I think the county's has done a tremendous job with, you got intramural sport, you got complexes coming. I mean, one time, what was it? You bought 20 acres of land to expand Onslow Pines or something like that.
Yes.
And now even the landowner, I talked to the landowner, 24 more acres, and I was just shooting the jump. And I said, we probably can't afford it. He says, well, I'd sign that. I'd rather for them to have it than anybody else. I said, well, that'd be cool. I mean, I don't get through the nuts and the bolts of it. But, and I made this statement because we talked about this on radio. I said, well, we have a hard time doing it. We can't even get money to put it's on all the veterans' graves in Onslow County. I said, we can't even do that. I said, but I hope next year we can. Folks, I got to tell you something. It's not an overnight thing to get anything done. And I'm going to praise you guys. Y'all, I think so far you've done a great job. And I'm not trying to get your vote because I ain't running for nothing. But I just want to tell you, and I like picking on the Asian Cajun you got sitting over there. But if I like you, I pick on you. If I don't like you, I ain't saying nothing.
Did you say Asian Cajun?
Yeah.
Asian Cajun. And because you come to Louisiana, didn't you?
My daddy did, yeah. But I don't talk like no Frizzy and I don't talk like that.
Okay. Oh, I tell Kelly that all the time. So you married the Asian Cajun? Nothing wrong with that. I profiled you. I did it. Could whip my tail. But no, I think the world of you.
Yeah, I love it. The Asian Cajun. I had to get a treat.
You need a jersey with that one on it.
Asian Cajun.
Yeah, well, I got a friend of mine from up Maine. He was Arcadian. I call him the Yankee Cajun all the time, and he looks like a Cajun. I said, that's more the wrong thing. But I just want to tell you, I think y'all doing a good job, and there are people out in the county that would try to help. And sorry about that. I got the radio on. But I just wanted to call in and compliment on what you guys done and what y'all do, what the county's done. And I know you got a little slack, and you're always going to have it. And I just sit back and wait for the end result. But it's not folks out there in radio land, as the granny used to say.
Yeah.
It ain't going to happen overnight. And that's all I need to say. And in 25 more days, 23 more days, you're going to be 63. So you're going to finally catch up with me, Robin.
Well, I appreciate you calling in there, Jackass Tim.
All this time, I thought you were Samoan.
Samoan.
Y'all be sweet. Be good.
Bye.
I'll send you on there today.
Thanks, Tim.
Bye.
I got to tell you this. I have to leave, and I appreciate the time. But I got to, you're talking about accents and stuff. But I'll never forget that cracked me up. When you asked me one day. Now look, we were talking about world politics, and she goes, "What country is Belarus?" And I said, "What? Are you talking about Belarus?"
Belarus?
No, she goes, "It's spelled Belarus."
Well, it was.
And I've never heard a countrified name of Belarus turned into
I didn't know the country.
Belarus.
That wasn't in my history lesson.
Only thing that throws me off
Probably
is
didn't
Cutter.
exist in that time.
How do you get Cutter out of QATAR?
I think that
It's
was
not.
yeah.
It is Qatar.
That's what I say.
No, I'm
Qatar.
sorry, but there was a guy that we sold a boat to. He
You're
lives
pay
there,
Robin.
and he is from Qatar.
Okay,
Yeah,
man, that's what I always
The
say.
Americans, we butchered it and called it Cutter. The Navy guys started calling it Cutter, which does makes no sense. I'm like Qatar and Cutter.
I mean, I'm just going to say this, and I know people. I'm just saying this, so don't anyone jump on the bandwagon that I'm off the rocker. But what would a 1%, even a 0.5%, and there's probably I feel sure there's a law against it, of a federal sales tax, what would it do and what would it generate in a day across this nation to potentially impact income taxes and
If they
others?
could take care of my income tax issues
Yes.
that we all have,
Seriously.
I'm
Yeah.
retired.
A $0.25 in Onslow County is anywhere from $4 to $7 million a year. And that's in Onslow County with 207,000, 208,000 people. You go ahead and take and multiply that across the state of North Carolina into bigger counties. Then just go ahead and go nationwide. What a $0.25 would generate, or go as high as 1 cent. Most people would never see that when they're checking out. And what would it impact our income tax and do for us?
It would not impact. It would not impact our income tax because they'd find a way to spend it.
That's exactly right. They would not. And we are sitting here saying that if we can get a $0.25, that was a planned segue. I appreciate that, Rayford. If we can get the approval of a $0.25 sales tax, get the people behind it, we can come back and take your property tax and lower that and share the tax burden.
Well, is this the resolution? Is this something you're hoping to get passed and put on the ballot?
Paid and endorsed by the committee to elect Tim Foster president of the United States.
Now, if forget the county for just a second, but if you did get a 0.5 cent sales tax, people would not notice, just as you said, federal tax. But all that money, the only way that I would be in support of it, if it goes to pay down our debt,
I'll be 100%
cannot be
with you.
used for any other purpose.
Yes.
Period and bottom line.
And let's not send it over the ocean to
Oh, no,
somebody
no,
else.
no,
Let's keep it in our borders and
we need
get
to,
some things
we
done.
need to stop sending some of that money to some
Yes.
of these places as it is.
We need to take we tried the isolationist thing many years ago. It did not work. Then I think now we have gone overboard in what we do.
Yes.
And we need to find that balance. Isolation, you can't do it. We tried to stay out of what was going on in World War II, and you saw what happened. And then we come back.
300,000 Americans were killed.
Yes, sir.
In 3.5 years.
Yes.
That's what happened.
That's exactly right. And then things kind of folded right back to where they were. And the leaders of the rest of the world are a lot different than we are, where we're more of the benevolent. We're really trying to support and help people. These other nations are all about themselves and control and power and dictating to everybody. So we've got to find a better balance, which is going to impact each citizen in the United States. Let's put some of that money into the communities and what we can do to support our
Totally
people.
agree.
So that's the PSA from Tim Foster. Hate me if you want to. I'm okay with it.
Again, paid endorsed by the committee to elect Tim Foster president of the United States.
Thank you.
You got my vote.
Rayford, I just want to thank you for letting me come on the show. Lee, Kelly, she's not here. I've got to
You're
get
still
going.
gonna pay.
Huh?
You're still gonna pay.
I got a client coming in, so I got to take care of some business. And I'll get with you on the advertisement.
Yes. I need it this week.
And I am going to get a shirt that says Asian Cajun. I like that.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm gonna get out of here with Robin. I'm gonna head over to my part-time job of supporting the teachers and kids over at Northside. I love what I do over there. I love that community and the kids. And I'm gonna go over to Southwest tonight to another community that I love, grew up in.
That's gonna be rough.
And have a good time over there, seeing some folks and talking to some folks and hearing them talk junk to me, and then watch some kids play basketball. And in a nation when we worry about minor things. And remember that we're playing basketball on a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
We're not searching through rubble for the bodies of our friends or our family members.
Amen.
And
Correct.
be
Amen.
thankful where we're at. And remember, we're in the Advent season of hope, love, joy, and peace. I mentioned that last night or yesterday morning at the end of the meeting is we have hope, we have joy, we have love and we have peace. And let's bring all those things together, make Onslow County or keep Onslow County great.
2028. I see it now. Tim Foster for president.
All right, gentlemen, who are you going to select as your VP?
Maybe Robin Knapp.
Y'all have a great day. Be safe.
Oh my gosh.
You're live on
Thank
Local
you.
Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME, your Christmas classic station, and we'll be right back.
Barker Electrical Corporation, located at 3163 New Bern Highway, Jacksonville, takes this time to say thank you for your past patronage and wishes you and yours a safe and happy holiday season. Barker Electrical Technology Corporation has proudly been serving the electrical needs of Eastern North Carolina since 2002, specializing in residential, commercial, and heavy industrial work. Barker Electrical Technology can handle repairs for existing homes, hot tubs, swimming pools, pool houses, control systems, and exterior structures. Fully licensed and bonded, Barker Electrical Technology is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Phone 910-358-2187. Online at barker-electrical.com. Great Gas and Oil Company, and of course, Wismart and Chappie's Chicken, located at 4111 Gum Branch Road, right here in Jacksonville, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert, has all you need when it comes to convenience for gas, cold beverages, and a great selection for quick pickup essentials. Enjoy fresh, not frozen, delicious meals at Chappie's Chicken, located inside Wismart, 4111 Gum Branch Road, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert. So if you're in a hurry, get it all: gas, ice cold beverages, convenience store items, and delicious, fresh, not frozen Chappie's Chicken at Wismart, 4111 Gum Branch Road, Jacksonville, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert.
At Sound Furniture and Appliance, they are proud to have been in the furniture and appliance business since 1965, and their goal is to continue to offer the best products and services to their customers at exceptional prices throughout the holidays. Whether you are furnishing your residence, beach house, condo, or office year-round, or are looking for a festive look for the holidays, Sound Furniture and Appliance has the furnishings to fit any budget, style, and taste. Their sales and design teams offer professional and personal service with product and fabric selection. Sound Furniture Appliance, 600 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point, carries name brands such as Sealy, Lazy Boy, and appliances by Sub-Zero, Wolf, Code, and Hajizaki. Financing and local delivery is available. Sound Furniture Appliance ask you to join them in remembering all military men and women this holiday season. Sound Furniture Appliance, wishing you the best for the holidays and the upcoming new year. Sound Furniture Appliance, 600 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point, open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6 p.m. and 8:30 to 5:30 on Saturdays. Phone 252-393-8130 for Sound Furniture Appliance in Cedar Point.
I had a question about my insurance the other day, so I called my new State Farm agent. And would you believe I talked to the same person who remembered my name? They said that was called service. And then they asked if my dog Max was over his cold. They called that service too. And then they helped me find ways to save on my home and auto coverage. I asked State Farm what they called that. They said service.
Call David Hall, State Farm, 910-455-0440, 1218 Country Club Road, Jacksonville.
The holiday travel season is almost here, and if you need automotive service before hitting the highways or just regular maintenance, Cedar Point Tire, the best automotive shop in Cedar Point, is here for you. Cedar Point Tire is more than just a tire store. They offer fast auto service from tune-ups to flat tire repair and all alignment and suspension services too. Cedar Point Tire. They carry all the major name brand tires, so they likely have your preference. It's simple. For all automotive service and tires, call 252-393-3188 or visit Cedar Point Tire, the best automotive shop in Cedar Point, 1083 Cedar Point Boulevard. Cedar Point Tire thanks you for your past patronage and wishes you and yours the best holiday season and a happy new year. Ride with us this holiday season.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Okie dokie. We're back live and local Real Talk. And now it's just the two of us.
Yes.
Two. Well,
Come on
three.
now.
We got our Shockwave down here too. But anyway,
That was a lot of information earlier.
oh my
and,
Lord, we are so my mind is just going everywhere.
I started to ask several questions, but couldn't get a word in edgewise. But it was good, though. I mean, I'm happy. Knowledge.
Yeah, well, you pointed out breaking news out of Israel.
Right.
The military has assembled several large pumps it could use to flood the Hamas tunnels beneath the Gaza Strip with seawater. That would drive out or drown the terrorists hiding in there.
Absolutely.
Now, they got 5 large seawater pumps completed in November, about a mile north of the Al-Shati refugee camp. Each pump is capable of drawing water from the Mediterranean Sea and can move thousands of cubic meters of water per hour, which would flood the tunnels within weeks. They have not yet committed to this plan. That's a good thing. Where are the hostages?
In the tunnels.
Yeah. What's above the tunnels that they're going to flood the tunnels out? Is that going to cause the tunnels to collapse? And as if there are any buildings over them, would they not collapse too?
I would think there's a risk of that. It just, and I don't think we're ever going to see our hostages. Hamas has been using them, like you said, as a shield.
They will be used as
They're not
shields
gonna
to
let
keep
them
us
go.
from attacking the tunnels. There are at least 800 tunnels beneath Gaza that Hamas has used to move fighters, store weapons, and plan terror attacks on Israel. However, Israeli officials believe the tunnel network is actually much larger. They've identified 800. See, they should have been stopping that a long time ago, before hostages were involved.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're going to be building tunnels and tunnels coming into Israel, if there were tunnels coming underneath our northern border or our southern border, would we not do something about them? We have.
Yes.
We found some coming from the southern border, coming across underneath the southern border, not across, and we took aim. We closed them down.
Have you seen pictures of some of these tunnels?
Yeah.
God, they've put a lot into them.
Elaborate
I
tunnels.
wonder how much of our money went into that.
Who knows?
I'm sure. Everything that we have given to Gaza over the past years
Yeah,
has
and
gone into help building these.
it's supposed to have been for humanitarian reasons, and that wasn't happening.
No, it wasn't. Well, getting back to our visit from the county commissioner, chairman, and vice chairman, Onslow County is really on the up. And we have grown so much in this county.
Yep.
And with all the things that the county has taken on, I'm really proud of this county.
Yeah, it's a good place to have grown up. It's a good place to
Yes.
live. When I got out of TV and out of Wilmington, moving from Wilmington, here's where I came. And why not? Got married.
Yeah. Well, I grew up here, and I was lucky enough to get a job with the federal government, which kept me here. And I have really never had a desire to leave.
Mm.
And I've watched it grow from 2 lanes on Highway 17 to what
God.
it is now.
2 lanes, then 3 lanes, and part of it, and then
Yeah.
Lord
And now all
mercy.
these bypasses.
Yeah, it's I didn't even know what a bypass was back then.
Bypass and overpasses and underpasses or whatever. We just and how much the military base has grown over the years.
Mhm.
And I remember it used to be 4 or 5 high schools. Now how many do we have?
I don't know.
We have so many schools now.
Back in the day, we had Jacksonville High, of course. We did not have Southwest. We did not have White Oak.
No. We had
we had
Richlands.
Richland, Swansboro, and Dixon.
Right. And
Jackson.
four high schools. And that was it.
Yep, that was all. And we didn't play each other either. We had to go out of the county to football.
Right.
I don't think we ever played a team
Oh.
inside the county. Not while I was in high school.
Yeah, I remember Hoggard, JT Hoggard.
That was Wilmington.
Yes, Laney.
Laney
Yeah,
was Wilmington. We also played
we always-
Wilmington, New Hanover High.
I always got scared
We
when we had to go to Wilmington.
Had to go to Raleigh to play both Enlow and Broughton.
J.H. Rose was another one.
Yeah, well, we didn't even play then back then. Yeah, we did too. Newbern, of course, was We didn't play any. Newbern was the closest team we played.
I think you're right.
It was 35, 38 miles away.
Didn't we play Havelock at the time?
Nope. Nope, we did not. So, okay, we'll take a break. You're live and local. If you want to chat now, you got a little bit of time. Not
Few
a lot.
minutes.
Just was we still got to get this commercial break out of the way. You're live and local. Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME, your Christmas classic station.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
Hurricane season is here, and if you're not prepared, now's the time to visit Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Moorhead Plaza in Moorhead City. Whether for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer, Williams Hardware has the tools and accessories to help protect against high winds and water. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies. Williams Hardware, your helpful handy hardware store, also cuts glass to size and cuts and threads pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington Grill for Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Moorhead Plaza in Moorhead City. Williams Hardware is open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 till 6 p.m. and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware, 252-726-7158, and be prepared this hurricane season.
Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local carrier indoor weather team, serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967. Now offers residential and commercial duct and dryer vent cleaning, and now offers expert residential and commercial plumbing service. In case of a power outage due to a storm or for any other reason, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning has Generac generators in stock, ready to install today. Remember, better breathing comes with cleaner air. Let Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning improve the air quality in your home or business with professional air duct cleaning. As always, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning is available 24/7 for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing emergency needs. Turn to the carrier experts, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, with locations in Jacksonville and Hampstead. Visit online, humphreyheating.com. And follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax. We're on the way.
Looking for a job? Full-time? Part-time? Il Cigno Italiano Restaurant wants you. We're currently hiring for hostesses, servers, bartenders, and dishers. Il Cigno Italiano is a family-owned, fast-paced restaurant that offers the best fine dining on the Crystal Coast. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbett Avenue in Swansboro.
Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro reminds you to check your mailbox and find your quote on homeowners insurance. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you're in good hands, like helping you customize your home and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Call today, 910-326-5383. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Check your mailbox today for savings on your homeowner's insurance.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
All right, we're back here in the last closing minutes, about a half hour. We've got about 5 minutes or so.
Just about.
910-333-0139. You want to chat? Come on down. 910-333-0139.
just a reminder, Peter will be on here tomorrow
Yep.
talking about health insurance, and it's winding down, and I need to have a talk with
Yeah,
him.
you do.
Last night, I opened up my mail and got a letter saying that I had disenrolled from my health insurance. I'm like, what? What? So I've got to call them today and then talk to Peter tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
Say, what happened?
yeah, what happened? I mean, what? Yeah, as of January 1st, you will no longer have this insurance. Why? I didn't do anything.
A House Republican representing part of New York City says she has smoking gun proof that city officials are
Yeah.
trying to help get illegal immigrants registered to vote. The city has said, nah, that ain't true.
What if you do it? Let's show it. Let's not go through months and months and months and then having to have a
I want to
committee
see the
hearing.
smoking gun. If she's got
do.
a smoking gun, I want to see it. So put up or shut up. She announced Sunday that she had obtained a copy of a contract between New York City's Department of Social Services and Homes for the Homeless, a nonprofit that has been contracted to build emergency migrant shelters as the border crisis depletes the city's resources. In an appendix of that contract, a copy of which was obtained by Fox News Digital, by the way, the city appears to require contractors to provide copies of voter registration forms for migrants at the shelters. Got to provide copies of voter registration forms for migrants at the shelters. If they've got that, they need to put it out there. That is just a flagrant. Wow.
I agree. But this has been the whole problem ever since the 2020 election. You've got all this side over here saying there was all this illegal stuff done. There was voter fraud, et cetera, et cetera. You got this side over here saying you're crazy. Somebody please show us.
Put it out there.
Put it out
Apparently
there.
Fox News Digital has got it.
It's been 3 years, going on 4. And we're still caught in the middle of this whole entire mess. Is there voter fraud? Sure. There always will be. Is it to the extreme as what this side is saying?
I do not think so.
And they keep claiming they have the proof. Where is the proof?
The voter fraud in the past is in the past.
That's right.
It wasn't enough to change the election.
Right.
Okay, that was a given. This is something else. If all of these illegals are coming into this country and they're trying to get them registered to vote, that's flagrant, felonious, federal offense felonious.
Well, they have to
Voter
become
fraud.
U.S. citizens first.
Yes, but they
Or are they getting them their citizenship?
don't know.
Yeah. They're giving them houses to live in, food to eat, providing them with welfare funds.
A section of the appendix states that the contractors who have regular contact with the public and the daily administration of his business must provide and distribute voter registration forms to all persons together with written applications for services, renewal or recertification for services, and change of address relating to such services. Such voter registration forms shall be provided to the contractor by the city. The contractor should be prepared to provide forms written in Spanish or Chinese and shall obtain a sufficient supply of such forms from the city. That's according to the words. Another section of the same appendix appears to forbid the shelter from inquiring about immigration status unless specifically required. Well, isn't it specifically required if you're going to register to vote to know about
Yes.
your immigration status?
I wonder if they give them T-shirts and a check with Joe Biden's name on it when they do this. We're in a lot of trouble in this country.
Somebody from the city said that that this only applies to eligible clients in shelter housing. That's not written in there anywhere. You can rest assured they're going to be trying to register them.
Oh, sure they are. It's like we have a group that has targeted Onslow County to make it their mission to register as many people as they can. They're a very left-wing group, but they're usually out at the polls every year. It's not really made an impact on Onslow. But if we just have that, you can imagine these other counties and other states. And a lot of the reason why they come to Onslow is because it's turned so red over the years.
Yeah.
as far as our electeds.
An American woman has been killed in a shark attack while paddleboarding in the
What?
Bahamas.
Ooh.
The Bahamas police force there said the woman was visiting from Boston and staying at a resort near New Providence when the attack occurred. The woman and a male relative were paddleboarding in the water near the resort when the shark attacked them. My.
They're still out there. They were just showing just a couple days ago, there was a 14-footer that has been tagged previously.
Oh, there are
and
plenty of
that's
sharks.
hanging right off the coast.
There are plenty of sharks out there.
Sure.
No issue about that. I've seen them from the air. I've seen them fishing. You know, there are plenty of sharks out there.
Well, we're going into their world. So.
Yeah. All right, Dr. Rosemary Stein tomorrow and Peter Wright tomorrow.
Yes.
And, we'll find out some more about this. The deadline is Thursday. No, deadline is tomorrow.
It's
isn't
the
it? No,
8th.
it's the 7th.
Oh,
It is
7th?
Thursday.
Okay.
It's Pearl Harbor Day.
That's right.
So the deadline for changing it is coming up fast. So you may want to stay tuned for tomorrow morning and listen to what Peter's got to say.
Yeah.
If you got questions, go ahead and give him a call while he's on the air. Meanwhile, you are live and local, Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME, your Christmas classic station. And coming up now, Fox News. Then at 10 o'clock this morning, going to have another dose of the Daily D's with my buddy Rick Dees.
Love me some
And I
Rick
think
Dees.
he is in Kentucky now most of the time. So we're going to try to reach out to him. And then at 3 o'clock this afternoon, Rick's going to hand it off to
Hollywood.
the man.
That's our celebrity.
The man. Hollywood, the man. We'll see you in the morning. Be safe.
WSME, Camp Lejeune.